Man, he's just really late today. Is that him?
Funny seeing you here. Einstein said time is over.
So what are we learning today?
Well, got a story for you. Look at the word, shall we? Let's take a look at this shape. Or, quite frankly, this graph. This. Sorry about that. Today, let's take a look at this graph, right? Now let's look at the function. Someone, give me a function.
X squared?
X squared. Yeah, X squared is our function. Now, Zach, what does that look like? Please, show me with your hand.
It goes like this, like up.
You know what that's called?
Parabola.
Indeed it is. Parabola. Now we only need that for our demonstration purposes. We'll switch our color here. Green. So now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this from the interval 0 to, let's say 5. Right? From 0 to
Is
5.
that bread?
So
Bread?
The interval is 0 to 5.
Bread?
What we're going to do
That is bread, bro.
is,
I love bread. I love how there's like so many different types. There's rye, there's Italian,
about this.
there's white, there's whole wheat. It's all so good. You know?
you want to talk about bread? We can talk about bread. Let me take a look at this for our example. So, bread, right? Let's cut it. Using this bread. When you cut the bread, imagine you cut in infinitely many slices. Each one of those slices on a two-dimensional plane like this. But we can also look at it from a three-dimensional plane. When we come out, there's the volume. And we're going to look for those, what those are called, cross sections. So, using an analogy, let's come over here. The equation for that is as follows. Integral from A to B, AX, A of X, dx. That is our main equation. Right? So, there's many different forms of the cross section that we can look for. Now, someone give me a shape.
A semicircle?
Semicircle. This?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a square. Ignore this. We're gonna do a square.
Why are we doing a square?
We'll get to that in a second. So the square, right? Can somebody tell me? We'll use Zach.
Uh-oh.
Can you tell me what this is of the square? This square?
Whip.
What about
Length.
this?
Width.
Does a square have 4 widths? No, a square has 4. Nick?
Sides?
It has 4 sides, Zach. A square, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. We are only going to need to look at 1. But do you know what makes a square, Zach?
I don't know.
Nick?
All sides are equal.
All sides are equal. So that's why we only need to look at 1. So, for this equation, we already know that we can plug these two numbers in.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would A be?
5. 0.
0. So B would be,
5.
not you,
0. 5.
go. 5. So, we're looking at a side. You know what we're going to do? We'll put the X. That's the side. So now here's the trick to the equation. And you might want to sit down for this one, even though you're already set. What is this shape again?
Square.
Square. So you square the square. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Write that down. Write that down. And you might be asking yourself, Teach, what is the side?
Teach. What is the side?
Perfect. Happy you asked. We'll switch our colors here. And we'll go to a little bit of yellow. The side is the top minus bottom, which we learned in the previous class. So, can somebody tell me what the top would be?
X squared.
X squared.
Nice one, man.
Thanks, man.
Now, what would the bottom be?
0.
It would be 0. Do you know why it's 0?
Good answer, bro.
Because it's at the x-axis.
Because it's at the x-axis. So, Zach, this is a hard problem for you. What would this equal?
5 squared. 25. Huh? Lightsabers.
X squared.
X squared, Zach. So, we're going to plug x squared in for s. So our final equation to solve this would be from 0 to 5, x squared dx. And that will get you our answer. Which our answer is?
I think I know it.
Do you?
625.
Look at you. 625. Alright, we use this graph. We're going to plug in 2 functions.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep the
Sweet.
same function last time with f of x and make it. Hold on. Zach, I know you threw this on me, but
How do you know it was me?
we can actually use this. What shape is this?
Circle. Semicircle.
Exactly.
Death Star.
That is what we're going to do. We will get to the equation of a semicircle in 1 second, but thank you for that. Now, we need another function for g. I will draw this one, and I will use a different color to draw the next one. We need a function for g. Someone give me a function for g. Out loud, go.
Square root x.
Square root x. Okay.
W equation, bro.
That will look something like this. Now, you can see here that's different from the last one that we did, because the last one was just x squared. So the top minus bottom would be from here to here. However, that's not the case, because now we have this enclosed area, which this is what we'll be looking for. We have the 0 here, but we do not know what this x value is because it's at this point. Anyone tell me what that point is?
Point of interflection.
Intersection.
Intersection. My bad.
Intersection point. Now, if you use Desmos, you plug them in, you'll click on this, and it'll tell you what the answer is. But we're not going to use Desmos, and we're going to do it by hand. So does anyone know how to do that by hand?
You set them equal to each other?
Set them equal to each other. X squared equals the square root of x. Now, for simplicity and time's sake, I'll just give the answer. The answer turns out to be 1. So we know our x value is going to be 1. Now, similar to the square problem that we did earlier, we can still use this equation here. So, using a different color now, our equation remains the same of a to b, a of x, dx. Now, we know our a and our b, which is 0 to 1. So we can plug that into our equation, 0 to 1. But now we have to figure out what our a is going to be. It is going to be different than what it was for the square. You remember our square equation was side squared. This one is going to be different. This one is going to be pi over 8 squared. Now, what is squared about this? Well, how do we find the side for the square?
Top minus bottom.
That's exactly what we're going to do again. Now, which equation is on the top?
X squared.
Not x squared. That is a common mistake because remember last time it was top minus bottom. So this one was on the top. But this time, this one's on the bottom. So which equation is the green?
Square root x.
Square root of x minus x squared. Now, it does not matter what's on the top and what's on the bottom for this one because it is squared. But there's one of them that is not squared and we'll get to in a second. That is the one that matters. So, we have this. And now all we have to do is plug this into a calculator. Nick, please plug it into a calculator.
Of course.
While Nick is doing that, there is 3 more that we can go over. So we already did the square and the semicircle. There's 3 more. There's the right triangle, the isosceles triangle, and the rectangle. All of them follow a very similar format of these a to b, a of x, dx. We will keep using these equations here, but all we will do is change what we put in to here to keep it simple. Each of these have their own equations, and each equation you should memorize so you know as soon as you'll see it, it'll say what is the cross section from 0 to 4 of a rectangle. You know exactly what to plug into the equation. And Nick has our answer of
0.0505.
0.0505 is our answer. Now, let's do some other ones. All right, so I kind of did a little bit of house cleaning here, made it look a little nicer. I made the green, so it's easier to see. So now, like I said, we're gonna have you guys come up here, and you're gonna do each of these 3 things. We'll start with Nick. Come on up here, and I want you to do the right triangle using the equations. Up there.
All right. So what's the equation?
The equation is going to be the integral.
Okay.
Yeah.
From 0 to 1.
0 to 1 it would be. And it's going to be 1/2, and then your side quantity squared. That would be your equation. Now it's for you to figure out the rest.
So
Please walk us through it.
So we have from 0 to 1, 1/2 the side, which is top minus bottom. So that would be square root of x minus squared.
Zach,
What?
told you to behave in class,
I'm
bro.
sorry.
Quantity squared. Is that correct?
You're missing one thing. There you go.
Okay.
Now,
Alright, are you figuring it out?
indeed I am.
Alright.
Please hold. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Behave.
I just got hit in the head by an acorn. I'm cold. I don't know what else to say about myself.
Very nice. Your answer comes out to be 0.0643.
0.0643.
643. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Please erase your work.
Okay.
Only what's in the red. And then it's your turn.
Uh-oh. Go ahead. I'm doing the triangle one.
Well, which triangle?
This one.
You know what kind of triangle that is?
Isosceles.
Indeed. Your equation will be the integral. From? What's it from?
0 to 1.
0 to 1 it is. The square root of 3 over 4. Quantity squared dx.
Wait. You don't square this one. So then, 0 to 1. 3, 4. Top minus bottom. Is that right, Teach?
Move out of the way.
My
I
bad.
want to see too.
You're missing one thing. I actually told you to put it on there, and you erased it because you doubt me.
What's that?
Square it.
Oh.
Also the DX.
And the DX. Now, for your answer, you will get 0.05567.
All right.
You're gonna do another one.
All right.
I want you to erase all of it. You're an idiot. Erase all of this. I'll record.
Sorry, mate, we're full. It's all right, I'm a mate of Tony's. Who's Tony?
What am I doing?
Who's Tony?
Rectangle?
I'm not even sure he's on the top 5 of the whole time.
All of it.
That's not ridiculous.
Erase all of it.
I'm not even sure he's on
The whole side.
That's not
How
ridiculous.
am I gonna count? Alright.
Draw a graph. Hey! Knock it off.
First.
I don't care. Draw a graph.
A graph?
A graph. That's what I said. All right, Zach.
Yeah.
Let's do these equations. F of x is equal to, we'll keep it simple. We'll say x.
X?
Yeah. And g of x is going to be equal to e to the x minus 2. Please draw that on the graph.
Alright, that's very easy. You got like.
Very good. Perfect. All right. Now, what's the next step?
Integrate. 0. Teacher, do you have that point?
I do. The intersection point is 1.14659. That would be your intersection point.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
Top minus bottom. X. Minus. E. To the X. Minus 2.
Yep. Now, there's one more thing. For the rectangle equation, it's the side, which you have on there, and the height. We'll say the height of this rectangle is 5.
You multiply the height?
Yes, you do. You're missing one thing.
DX.
All right. And when you plug that all in, you'll get the answer of 4.015. Zach, as our brightest student in the class, does that make sense?
I think it does, yeah.
My job has been well done. And that is the story. Triple T. Any questions?
Why are we at an abandoned school?
Where's it going? Was he even a real teacher?
I don't think so.
B equals A of X dx. Right? So does anyone know what our A would be?
0.
Our A is 0.
And the B is 8.
One more time.
The B is 8.
One more time.
B is 8.